guys, it's Kathleen, and today, although summer is almost over, I will be doing the summer book tag. I was tagged to do this by Sylvia K, so I will leave a link to her channel down below, but without further ado, let's just get into the questions. The first question in the tag is, what is a book cover that makes you think of summer? And for that, I'm going to go with The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I've not actually read this book, but look at it, like she's hanging out, she's outside, there's some dogs, she's at an ice cream truck. This is the most summery book cover of all time, so when I see this, I automatically think of summer, and it makes me think it's one of those books that I'm only going to want to read in the summer, so I'm probably not going to get to it this summer. So, summer 2018. Morgan Matson, I'm coming for you. The second question is, name a book that has brightened your day, and for that, I'm going to go with Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This is one of the cutest books I've ever read. It's about this boy named Simon who is in the closet, and he communicates online with a boy from a school named Blue, but he doesn't actually know who Blue is, and then he's approached by a classmate who tries to blackmail him into setting him up with his best friend under the threat of him potentially releasing the emails that he's read if Simon doesn't comply. There's definitely some drama to the story, but it's just really this really cute story about this boy trying to figure out who this person is and dealing with issues in his life, and it's so much fun. It makes me so happy whenever I read it. I just reread bits of it and I get a smile on my face, so I think this is definitely a book that brightened my day. Becky Albertalli's writing is just the cutest, and I always get a big smile on my face when I read this, so definitely this one. The third question is just to pick a book that has yellow on it, so for that I'm gonna go with Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. This is kind of a given. Obviously it has yellow on it. Half of it's yellow, half of it's blue. I feel like I don't need to expand. But if you haven't read Carry On yet, you definitely should. It's really, really good. It's kind of like a Harry Potter fan fiction retelling. It's very hard to explain. It makes a lot more sense if you've read Fangirl already, but overall it's really good and I really love it, so you should read it because it's yellow. Question 4 is, what is your favorite summer beach read? And frankly, you guys probably saw this coming, but I'm going with When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandra Manan. This is a story about a girl named Dimple who does not want to have an arranged marriage, and she goes to a computer tech camp and she wants to develop an app that she has in mind, but she meets this boy named Rishi there who turns out to be the same boy that her parents think she would have a great arranged marriage with, and he knows about this setup and she does not, and they meet, stuff happens. It's adorable. I read it in like a day, I think. It's so cute. I read it on the train to Scotland. I didn't actually read it like on a beach. But I just think it is the cutest book to read on a beach. You get through it so quickly. It's amazing. And look at it, it is the most summery book of all time. Like it's orange, she has iced coffee, like it is so cute, she's smiling. It is just such a fun summer book. So I really, really recommend this for a summer beach read. So question 5 is really weird. It's, what action book had you running for the ice cream man? And like Sylvia before me, I don't know what that means. I don't know if this is some weird expression or something. I have no clue what this is. So I'm just going with an action book. I mean, it's an action book. I wouldn't say its genre is action, but it has action. So I'm gonna go with Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I don't really know what this question means, but this has action, and I guess there were a couple moments that kind of freaked me out. Like there were some gory moments. I don't know if that's what the question means. I don't know why you would run for the ice cream man in this situation. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. If you do know, please enlighten me below. I would love to understand what that means, but I don't. So I'm gonna go with this one. The next question is a sunburn, and that is a book that left you with a bad ending. And for that, I'm gonna go with The Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. I don't want to spoil anything about this book, so I'm not gonna say exactly what happens, but I'm just gonna say that I thought the ending of this book was a freaking cop-out. I thought they had built up so much, just so many great things happening in it up to that point, and then all of a sudden it just had this super flat, anticlimactic ending. So I wasn't really into it. I really didn't like what he did at the very end either, even though a part of me liked it, part of me didn't. So I was very dissatisfied with this ending, and I was so looking forward to this book when I first read it. I had finished it, I think, in less than a day. Like I started it at like 10 a.m. and I was done by 10 p.m. that night. So I was really excited about it, and it just didn't live up to my expectations, mainly because of the ending. The next question is A Sunset, and that is a book that left you with the happiest feelings at the end. And for this, I'm going to go with one I actually don't own a physical copy of, but I'm going to put it right here. So that is Wires and Nerve by Marissa Meyer. I love this book. It is a continuation of the Lunar Chronicles series, but it's in graphic novel form. It's the first graphic novel I've ever read, so it's kind of a milestone in that way for me. But I also just think it's such a cute book. I loved that Aiko was the main character in it. I loved all the interactions between the characters. I thought it was so fun. I love the Lunar Chronicles in general, so I knew I kind of had to go with something from that series because they always put a smile on my face. But definitely Wires and Nerves definitely left me with really happy feelings when I finished it, and I'm really excited for the rest of the series. Next question is, what is a book that reminds you of a sunset? And for that, I'm gonna go with The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. I haven't actually read this book, but it definitely reminds me of a sunset, sort of like that period right before the sun is setting and you're just getting into night. Like it's just barely light anymore. I don't know if there's a term for that. It's kind of like right after the sun is set. But anyway, I think this book reminds me of that. It reminds me of the light's about to go down and then darkness is about to come upon us. So I definitely see that when I think of this book. And then finally, question number 9 is, what is one book or series you hope to get to this summer? And I'm gonna go with Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. This book belongs to my friend. She lent it to me and she told me to go into it with an open mind. I read it years and years ago, but only the first like 4 chapters or something. I didn't get very far in it and I didn't think it was that impressive, so I just returned it to the library. But it's everyone else's favorite book and it's one of her favorite books, so I'm trying to give it a second chance, even though I don't have super high expectations for it. But I think if I don't read this in the summer, I never will, and I won't enjoy it if I don't read in the summer because I know it's a very light, fluffy read. So I think for summer, it's gonna work. Any other time of year, I don't know if I would like this, but I'm gonna give it a shot and I hope to get to it before this summer ends. That is all for the summer book tag today. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me do this tag. It's definitely a reminder that summer is almost over and I'm almost going back to school, which terrifies me. I don't like to think about it. But it's happening, so I'm happy I got to do this tag while summer is still happening. I'm going to be tagging Kate Hickey, Georgina Reads, and Crescent Moon Reads. If you guys would like to do this tag, please do it. I would love to see your answers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe on your way out. If you would like to follow me on any of my social medias, the links will all be in the description. But in the meantime, I will see you guys next time. Bye!